So I've been doing travel videos for some years now. I first started out using my first drone for about 8 years ago. I remember it being the DJI Phantom 2 with a GoPro Hero 4 attached to it. And it was quite a load back then to be carrying around all this weight just to use a drone. After that, then I moved to the Mavic Pro when it was first released. Then I got the Mavic Air 2 and finally the Air2s, which was for me like the perfect travel drone because it has that 1-inch sensor, which is also great for the image quality. And this was something that was for me worth the upgrade from the Mavic Air 2. However, there was a big disadvantage that I started to notice with the Air2s.
That's the noise. Standing right next to me.
Since the beginning, I did notice that the drone was louder than the Air 2 and even louder than the original Mavic Pro when I had the low noise propellers.
10 meters away, this is the noise of the hovering.
And I don't think the current YouTube reviews comparing these drones are not caring enough of how much of a big deal this is in terms of comparing these two drones. Which is one of the main reasons I decided to purchase the Mini3 Pro. Sure, if you're flying around in the middle of a glacier in Alaska or in the highlands in Scotland, then it doesn't matter about the noise. But at least in my experience as a traveler for many years, there's always people around places when you're trying to fly a drone, and the less attention you can draw to yourself with the drone, the better. And then of course with this Air2s, the difference with the noise was quite significant, and I found out that it was drawing way more attention crossing by at some 50 meters away from people or something. And this with the Mini3 Pro, I haven't had this issue, and I feel way more relaxed flying the Mini3 Pro now in locations that may have some people around, but I've been noticing that they don't notice the drone at all. That itself is one very good reason for the change from the Air2s to the Mini3 Pro.
Here's an adventure, here's a change. It might take a minute, but you'll be a-okay. Here's a sky for the pie and everything is possible.
So I'm not here to make a detailed comparison between the two drones. There are already many videos out there showing this, but I will, however, show you a little bit of the difference I found between one another. So let's take a look.
Here's an invitation, let's take a step. It might be improv, but it's excellent. Take a breath and you'll see there's no better place to be. Out on a limb and taking the stage. Here's one for the masses, they'll be laughing for days. Have you ever heard something so wonderful? Your time to the finish line. You've got what it takes.
One thing you can find is in terms of image quality, the difference between them is really not so big. I believe the main reason to choose between one another is mostly because of the weight and the noise. I even think the Mini3 Pro has a bigger advantage with the image in terms of the photos because of the 48 megapixels. Because I also found that the Air2s pictures are a little bit soft. I don't know if this is just me, but this is what I noticed in comparison to the Air 2 or the Mavic Pro. But maybe it's just me. Another big advantage I have found with this drone is the fact that I don't need to be carrying around an additional charger to charge the batteries. I can simply use a phone charger or even a power bank to charge the batteries even while I'm driving to another location. And this was quite convenient since right now DJI is not providing additional batteries to buy unless you're buying the Fly More combo with it. So that is also a little extra tip for those of you who don't want to buy any additional batteries. One of the downsides I found with the drone is the material quality that it has. Of course, since the drone has to be kept under 250 grams, then the materials that they're using have to be very light. And this, I would say, it's a bit of a sacrifice in comparison to what the Air2s has. But besides that, there's really nothing I can complain about this drone. The more I've been using it, the more I've been getting confident with it. Even in windy situations, I've been noticing that the drone handles quite well. Of course, it won't handle as well as the Air2s since it's a heavier drone, but for the most cases this won't really be a problem. And I don't believe this should be a deciding factor between getting the Air2s or the Mini3 Pro. I also found that the new controller sticks a little bit softer to handle, which helps maintaining a better control of the shots you're making with the drone. And also the screen that it comes with is really not a problem to use it in broad daylight. So that's it from my end about the Mini3 Pro. I know my review is more biased based on the type of videos I'm making. If you're looking more of a professional kind of drone, then yeah, the Air2s will probably be a better choice. Maybe. If you already have the Air2s, then there's probably no reason to make the change unless you have the concerns about the noise or the weight, like I did. If you are a beginner looking for a drone, I wouldn't recommend getting the Mini3 Pro just because of the price tag, that it is a little bit more expensive, so I would go for more like a Mini 2 or a Mini Standard Edition that are less pricey. If you have any further questions about the Mini3 Pro or the Air2s or the comparison between them, just let me know in the comments below. See you guys until next time. Pura vida.